Can start. Good morning, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guest. Welcome to the 452nd chapter meeting of Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest. My name is Nikhil, and today I'll be playing the role of Sergeant at Arms. So, Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest provides positive and supportive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication skills and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, let me share some basic rules of the meeting. Please turn off your mobile or set them on silent mode. So I'm giving you some 10 seconds to set your mobile. Online people, please mute yourself and do not share your screen until instructed by Toastmaster of the day. Please start your video unless you don't have any bandwidth issue. Don't make any movement so that speaker will get distracted. When you come on the stage, you have to follow greeting protocol. You have to say good morning, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, and then you have to start your speech. You can use thumbs up, emojis, claps throughout the meeting. Whenever someone is using word of the day, phrase of the day, you can use emojis. And last but not the least, please keep broad smile throughout the meeting. Now, I am calling our energetic presiding officer, Toastmaster Raghvendra, on stage. So let's welcome Toastmaster Raghvendra.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Toastmaster Raghvendra, President of Toastmaster Club of Pune Northwest. Welcome you all to 452nd chapter meeting. And I call this meeting in order. Before moving ahead, do we have any guests present today in the meeting? Okay, no guests present. My dear, so today we have a very special meeting. Today we also have a speakathon. Today 6 speakers will be attempting their projects, will be giving their speeches, will be attempting their projects. But when I joined back my Toastmaster journey, I recall my first speech, which was an icebreaker. The icebreaker is a very memorable speech for every Toastmaster journey. The preparation it takes, the night you spend rehearsing, practicing, it stays with you for your life. I had a similar my first icebreaker journey. Though it didn't go as I planned, I practiced. I had a multiple call with my mentor, but still, due to my stage fright, at the stage I bumped. I forgot little bit, and I was referring to my script later. But in Toastmaster later, my colleagues, the friend there, they told me you did an excellent job. They encouraged me. They encouraged me to be on stage once again. That encouragement, that feedback, that evaluation I received that day, will stay with me till this day. That's why I never fear on coming on stage back. Today, all our speakers will also get a chance to get that evaluation, that feedback, so that you will get encouraged, you will be motivated to be on stage multiple times, deliver your speeches one again and another. Rome was not built in a day. It takes time. Similarly, from that day, 4 years back today, of coming here on the stage, delivering my presiding officer address, it take multiple time and I improved over the day. Similarly, my dear friends, you will improve. The key is practice, practice, and practice. Today, to conduct this our various engaging and enthusiastic session, we have our very energetic and enthusiastic Toastmaster of the day. Dear friend, Toastmaster, for benefit of guests, Toastmaster of the day is someone who will you guide, he will be mentor of today's meeting, anchor of today's meeting. He will guide you throughout this meeting. Please give your kind attention to him so that you will get better understanding of today's meeting. So let's welcome with round of applause our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vishal. Hi, good morning all, Toastmaster, dear guest and the presiding officer. I am Vishal Jadhav, Toastmaster Vishal Jadhav is coming. Yeah. So we have one guest today online, guest Munish, right? So Munish, can you come on the screen and give us your introduction?
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we are not able to see you. Can you start your camera?
Yeah, I will turn it on in a meanwhile if it's
okay, fine.
not an
That's
issue.
great. Yeah.
So I am from Central Noda Toastmasters Club. I'm also Toastmaster for last 1.5 year. And we have meetings on Saturday, but I missed yesterday's meeting and so this time I was free and I got this link and I thought that I should take this opportunity to see new meetings, learn from you people and also meet new people. That's why I'm here.
Okay. Thanks, Manish, for short and crisp introduction about yourself. So thanks for that, and please enjoy the session. So today's theme is a fear. Like everyone have a fear, something fear from childhood. We have fear. So can anyone tell about what the kind of fear they have? Yeah, Sanket. Yes, yeah. That is not exactly true. Yeah. The truth is that I have fear that facing a lot of people at the time of talk. Correct. But now it's yeah. I can see the improvement area you are doing. You're putting the efforts, and we can see the result as well. Yeah, Anish. Fear of failure. Ah, okay. Correct. Anyone else? Yeah. Correct. Yeah. So fear is nothing but it is a kind of feeling like emotions. It's a natural emotion we all have. So we all have that kind of emotion. But sometimes we like fear can go to some extent, like it can hamper our professional growth. It can paralyze you to take a decision, to come out of the comfort zone. We always feel like that. What if? What if we will do that thing? What if is always with us for every situation? So sometimes it's a emotional growth also hampers. Like we can't increase our awareness. We can't resilient. We can't improve our growth for the emotions point of view. Apart from that, in the personal growth also, it can hamper many times. So fear has a lot of drawbacks as well. So one question to everyone is: fear is a bad thing? Does anyone would like to comment? Yeah, how? But if you have no fear, never take action or do that. Okay. If you are not fear and you just go ahead, like correct. The big. Yeah. I am. So if you are not fear, I jump here. Correct. Correct. Do that and lost something. Correct. Sometimes so it's kind of build our logical mind as well, logical thinking that we should not do that thing. Similar to that, we have two examples that fear is not bad. Like sometimes we go into some area, dark area, we see some robber over there. So fear gives us intuition as well, like feel unsafe. So that way the fear can also help you to feel unsafe and we can save ourselves as well. Yeah, please. So that is the one advantage. Apart from that, I was reading one article. One psychiatrist told that I don't remember his name, but he told that fear gives us the improvement area. Like whatever the fear we have to identify that thing. That could be the area we can improve more. And after improving that thing, like for example, we have the fear of public speaking, as you told. If you conquer that thing, so after that you will get more confident. One of the best personality came out of you. So that kind of like that tell us about the improvement area. So we have to work on that area. So that way we can say it is guide us like to do that thing. So I will tell you today total 9 ways of doing the how to conquer the fear. So I will tell you the 9 ways to do that thing. Yeah. So the first one is the acknowledgement of the fear. We all have the fear of something, but we don't acknowledge it. Like we have the fear of whatever we have, but we don't acknowledge it, and we just hide it that thing. So as soon as you hide that thing, it give more power, more strength in itself, and it like make us more fearful. So we have to acknowledge that thing. Like we don't need to feel shy. Everyone have some fear, so we don't have to feel shy that we have fear. We have to acknowledge it. We have to accept it, and we have to try to work on that thing. So that is the first thing. Second thing is the confront the fear. So we have to do the retrospective, why we are having that kind of fear, why we are afraid of that thing. So we have to confront it. For example, like if I want to go for promotion, so if I want to go for apply for promotion or for some interview, so before applying that thing, we would have a fear of like getting rejected, or if what if I am not get selected. So if we identify what is the reason, so one of the reason could be our ego. We have everyone has a ego like getting of rejection, but we treat that as a fear. So we have to identify that small line like what is our ego, what is our actual fear. So that is a one scenario like for where we want to afraid of we are afraid of giving an interview. So ego could be the fear. So we have to identify that thing and distinguish in different way. Apart from that, second part is it can it can sorry second part is it can lose our confidence as well. So we have to think that as soon as we give this kind of opportunity, we can become stubborn. So try to embrace that thinking like if I keep on appearing, I get the more confidence on that thing. So third thing like I will tell later. First, before that, I will like to introduce the TAG team for the today. So we have a timer. Dinesh Nikum. He is a business analyst by profession, and his hobbies is reading books. So Dinesh, can you come on this stage and introduce about your role?
Hi everyone. Good morning. So today I am playing the timer role. So in this, sorry. First of all, I want to introduce President, Toastmaster of the day, and fellow Toastmaster and guest. Welcome all of you. This is first time I am playing the timer role. Okay. So in the timer role, I am going to record all the timings for all the speeches, evaluators, and guests. Okay, and accordingly, based upon their timings, they have to. I will showcase the green card, yellow card, and red card to them. And as per that, I will present my report at the end of the day. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. It was a great introduction, as well as I can see his starting his working from the initial stage. So I appreciate for that thing. Second, I would like to introduce the today's R counter and the SA. We have the same person is Nikhil. Nikhil Dupkar. He is a QM manager by profession, and his hobbies is the watching Netflix series. Sorry. Yeah, Deep. So we sorry for my mistake. It's my bad. So we have our counter Toastmaster Deep. He's a pedit. He's a doctor by profession. So I would like to call Deep on the stage to introduce his role. Thank you.
Good morning, presiding officer, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. Our counter is someone. Just imagine the situation: a girlfriend, boyfriend. They are sitting on their date. A girlfriend asks to boyfriend, "Do you love me?" He just kept like this. So what will be the response? Can you tell me, Toastmaster Amaya? Probably that's the most possible outcome out of this. That long pause, that long that itself indicates he's confused about the relationship, doesn't it, friends? That's what happened during any speech, any communication. We want to avoid this, and that's why I am there to count and regulate that thing. I'm going to help you at the end of this meeting. during all your speeches, whenever you will be on the stage, I'm just counting. But not only that long pause, there are few words, specifically so, most commonly used word during our speeches, which is unnoticeable. I'm there to count that today for you. Then there is a but, then there is a and unnecessarily pause, and even this ah and which is most commonly filler sound we use during our speeches. So and taking long pauses. So and but is another word which I'll be counting. So friends, stay tuned. I will be there back to you with the counting. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deep, for giving the live example and making the environment more lighter with cracking the jokes. Thanks for that thing. Next, we have a grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Amaya. She's a engineering student by profession. She's not professor, she's a student. And her hobbies is painting and the reading books.
Good morning, Mr. President, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmasters, and dear guests. Today, I have taken up the role of grammarian. This role entitles me to listen to all the speakers and make note of usage of good and bad grammar. I'm also entitled to present the word of the day and phrase of the day for today's meeting. So, word of the day is resolute, which is an adjective meaning admirably purposeful and determined. Synonyms for it could be single-minded, firm, decisive, hell-bent upon. Example of in a sentence could be, he has remained resolute in his opposition to the bill. The look in his eyes was calm, resolute, and unimitedly alert as never before. Phrase of the day for today is, Rome was not built in one day. A complex task or great achievement takes time and effort. The work should not be rushed. Example of this could be, just as Rome was not built in a day, you are not going to pass this exam by studying a day before. He has taken 10 years to reach this position. After all, Rome was not built in a day. Thank you.
Thank you, Amaya. Would anyone like to try that word of the day? Yeah. Great try, Toastmaster Vinith. Thanks for that. Yeah, thank you, Amaya. Just a moment. So I would like to tell the third thing about the how to conquer the fear before going ahead for the speech section. So third thing is like a kind of self-positive talk. So suppose we have any opportunity to deliver the speech or we are going for some meeting, for example. So we always have a kind of bad thoughts like, what if I would not able to give the proper speech? What if I will stuck in between something? And in the meeting, like what if the people will tell about that thing? So we always give to positive commands to ourselves that we will do the best thing. We can give the best speech out of that. We will in the another meeting I can make a new friend. It would be learning for me. So by that way, if we can give the positive command to ourselves, so we can conquer that thing, that kind of bad thing, whatever the bad thoughts we have in the mind, so we can conquer that thing. So about the today's section, we don't have any table topics for the today. So we would have speeches. We have a lot of speeches today, few icebreaker, few normal speeches. So we would have a lot of learning and takeaway for that. So be ready for that thing. After that, we would have evaluation section, and after that, we have a grammarian, R counter, and timer reports for that. So before that, I'll take a pause because just a moment, this mouse is not working. Can you fix it? So we have today's first speaker with Toastmasters and she's working IT professional and her hobby is the social ones, reading and cooking. Yeah. And her evaluation daily, Toastmaster daily. So I would like to follow up Toastmaster daily to on the screen and give us an introduction of Toastmaster speakers.
Hello, Devai.
Hi, yes.
Yes. So Toastmaster Devai, can you introduce about your target speaker and about his speech so
Yes,
that she can?
yes. Uh, Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My target speaker, Sital, she is going to present her first speech from the Pathway Innovative Planning, and it is her first speech. It is icebreaker speech, and the purpose of this speech is to introduce herself with the club members. So all the best.
Thank you.
Back
Thank you,
to you.
Toastmaster
Yeah.
Devai. Toastmaster Sheetal, please come on this stage. All the best.
Good morning, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and your guests. I'm Sheetal Ninave, and I'm going to introduce you with myself in a different way. So, my childhood is very normal. Normal in the sense, I have seen my mother running behind me with a broom or a chappal, saying, "Tham, tham." And guys, tell me who will stop? Because if you stop, you are getting beaten by a broom or a chappal. So I was like, bhag, Milka, bhag. But parents play a very important role in your prior development. I was given lessons of social work by my parents only. They were not rich, but they told me whatever small possible way you can help whoever is around you. If they are in need, you can help them. That I learned from them. Later on, as I went to the college, I joined engineering college, and there I was given a chance to lead one of the computer literacy program, which was for the rural students to teach them computer. I remembered what my parents told me, whatever you have, just give it to the society. I was having knowledge of computer, so I volunteered myself to my HOD and told him that I would like to lead this role. So he gave me a chance, and I was so resolute about that computer literacy program that I left my cultural events on a second priority and went to the village to teach those students computers. When times passed by, I passed out from engineering and I joined one of the IT firms. There also, I come to know that there is something as a CSR activities, corporate social responsibility. I get enrolled myself there. Swati is here. I think she was one of the person with whom I shared my first CSR event in Cognizant. So there also, I got a chance to meet like-minded people who just want to give to society. From them also, I learned a lot. I learned where all areas are there which needs attention. So this also explored a lot of things to me. Next thing came marriage. Now, my parents told me, you have to get married now. I said, okay, but I'm not ready for a traditional Kande Pohe program. So somewhere, a guy also told his parents, like, he's also not ready for this Kande Pohe program. And the universe got us together to meet up. We met. Now, before I proceed, I would like to ask how many of you here are married? Okay. Can you tell when you met your partner, what was the question you asked before marriage? When you meet girl first time? Any question you remember? Please. Career prospects, what you asked? Hobbies, what you asked? Cool. That is a very good question. What you said? Hobbies only. So for me, do you drink? Are you vegetarian or non-vegetarian? Do you smoke? These questions were out of scope, guys. What we ask each other is what just one question. What is your dream? And he gave me a chance to speak first. I told him my dream. He was like, I said, what? Said, the same dream is mine also. And I think we didn't take much time. We were sitting in a CCD, take 4 hours and take a decision. Okay, dream are matching, we are compatible, we know, and get married. I mean, before parents, we decided that we are getting married. And I think we are married for 5 years. He's sitting in front of me, Sanket Hade. And after that, journey towards our dream has started. And guys, it's going good. We are taking small steps towards our dream. We are reaching towards it. It was first a bigger goal, but now to reach that bigger goal, we have small stepping stones also placed because of the discussion we do, because of the things we do, and because of the social events we attend, because of the way we are seeing the society, where because of the factors that are coming in front of me to understand where we all need to give attention. So this is the thing. I will not share our dream this time, but definitely on this platform, in the next speeches, our dream will be shared here only, on this platform only. That I can assure you, because Rome is not built in a day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sheetal. It was a great speech. I always heard about you do the social work, but you did give the true insight about that thing. So thanks for that. Let's stay here. Before it was icebreaker speech for Sheetal, so I would request everyone to stand up and give a big round of applause to Sheetal. Thank you. Yeah, please come. So after this, we have after this great speech, we would have one more speech by Toastmaster Naval Hedo, and he's a IT professional, and he like the his hobbies is reading the books and watching the movies. Before that, I would like to call upon his speech evaluator Chandrasekhar. So if he's online, so can you please come on the screen? Yeah, and introduce about your target speaker. Chandrasekhar, we are not able to hear you. Yeah.
Yes, I was on mute. So my target speaker, Toastmaster Naval, is going to deliver his first speech, that is the icebreaker speech. And the requirement for this speech, or the purpose of this speech, is for the member to introduce himself to the club and understand the basic structure of public speaking. All the best to Toastmaster Naval. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Chandrasekhar. Toastmaster Naval, please come on the stage. All the best. Thank you.
Good morning, presiding officer. Good morning, Toastmaster of the day. Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. Today, me, Naval, I am going to share my life journey with all of you. Starting for my life journey, we have to go to Ahmedabad, to the place where I was born. I was born on 30th November 1997 in Ahmedabad. I am having one sibling, one sister, and my parents were also there. At that time, my grandparents were also there when I was born, and I was raised quite a bit by my grandparents only. So when I was very young and I got into school, I made a few friends, and those were some of the best friends I ever had. I'm still in connect with them. And in school time, I was a good student. So because of that, they used to think that I'm a very good student, and so they used to do me a lot of different kind of favors for me. but I didn't want them to do some favors. I just wanted them to be with me. So right now, as we are in different path of life, but they are still with me, so I really like them. But as I moved to like 13 years, we shifted to a new place. So when we shifted to a new place, it was a time to make new friends for me. But this time it was a bit difficult for me to make friends, because the boys around me used to play only one game. Can you guess which game they used to play? Cricket only. So boys usually like cricket. Now I don't hate cricket, but I believe that it is not a wise decision to play cricket in summer vacation at 12 in the noon, because it is not making sense to me anyhow. But anyways, as time passed, I started making new friends around the place I used to live. Some people used to match my vibes, the term that is called in today's era. So like after that, I moved to like 10th standard, and you know the hype people create around 10th standard. All my relatives came to me like, Naval, please give proper attention to this. This is the most deciding year, and this will decide your life and things like that. But now I can see that only thing that people ask for is like for the date of birth and nothing else. It has a complete like almost no relevance to my current life. But after 10th, then I moved to 11th and 12th. And again, I had to make some kind of new friends, because my old friends were shifted to different branches, like as some went to science and some went to commerce. I was in science, so some of my friends were left, and I again was interacting with new people. So at that time, I met some of the smartest and very good hearted, I must say, friends. So they are also now connected with me, and they guide me in different aspects of my life. After like completing my 12th, I got into one of a good college in Ahmedabad. So during my college years, I was a good student in school, but in college I realized that it is not going to be very helpful for me to like just score good marks. So I engaged myself in different activities like NSS, NCC, and different other social activities. And because of that, I was able to meet new people. And every time I used to meet new people, I understood that like I was some kind of facing challenge with my making friends, and every time in every aspect of my life. But as years passed by, I started understanding that it is a kind of natural that sometimes you don't match with some people, and sometimes you can match with some people. So it is not very compulsory that you have to match with everyone's. So after like my college, during my college, at the end of my college, I was facing some questions like which career to choose, where should I go, and how should I do it. So I asked some of the friends of mine and some relatives. So because my sister, as I told you, she is also in IT. So she guided me that you are like a decent student, so you should go for IT. And that is how I landed my first job. It is in Capgemini, and currently I am also in the same company. And because of that, I came to Pune. So it was also a very new experience for me to come to Pune. Here also, like last year, I again had to make new friends. So I met around so many people, and right now I am also having some friends, because as I told you, you cannot match with everyone you meet. And for that also, for making new friends and new connections, I am here in Toastmasters, and I am willing to learn and get myself better in networking and making friends and things like that. Thank you.
Thanks, Toastmaster Naval. You give a great speech. We can mesmerize your life journey by path and path. So thanks for that. So before that, it was an icebreaker speech for that. So I request everyone, please stand up and give a round of applause. Yeah, after this wonderful speech, we would have one more speech by Toastmaster Abhishek Verma. He is the engineering student, and yeah, he's an engineering student. His hobbies is playing cricket, and his yeah, and his evaluator is the Anish Toastmaster Anish Dhotrekar. So I would request Anish to come on the stage and introduce about him.
Good morning. My target speaker today is going to be Toastmaster Abhishek. We have all heard him giving wonderful speeches. And again, we are here for another treat from him. So Abhishek Verma, Toastmaster Abhishek Verma is currently pursuing presentation mastery pathway in that level 1, and he's going to attempt his third speech. The purpose of this speech is to use vocal variety and body language in his speech. So let's give a big round of applause and welcome Toastmaster Abhishek. The speech title is Courage. So let us hear what he has to offer and tell us about courage, which is very relevant to today's theme. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Anish. I would request Abhishek to come on the stage. Yeah. All the best.
Am I audible? In the meeting room. So there's this road which goes towards the gate. My hostel is behind this eatery, and I come here often for a cup of tea. Do you like it? Coffee off it, okay, but have you searched upon the nearby Toastmasters club, the thing I told you? No, Papa, but we'll search together. Well, by the looks of it, it seems like the nearby club is Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest, which actually matches my time period. Okay, how far is it from here? It's about 10 kilometers from here. How are we going to manage this? Huh? We'll see. I was confused and curious as to how to reach to the location here. From my hostel, I took a bus towards the highway. From there, I took another bus to Wakad. From there, I took an auto to Kalewadi Fata. And I used to walk for 1 kilometer to reach to this location. But again, curiosity struck me as to what was here for me. Greetings to President, AR Director, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. As I stand here before you, I'm reminded of a journey that started about 8 months ago when I took an audacious decision of nominating myself for the role of secretary. And there, the curiosity changed to perseverance, where I took myself to countless hours of making MOMs, creative MOMs, meticulous hours of note-taking, active participation in the executive committee meetings. And I remember those hurried instances where I had to join the Google Meet alongside our president to ensure all the documentations were in place. So as a first-year student, I always pondered the ideology of reward. Like, I'm giving a lot of efforts to it, and although I was getting motivated by my club members at every instance, but there's an innate human longing for the ultimate award. Ladies and gentlemen, at the Toastmasters, every journey is appreciated and every effort accounted at the annual crescendo meeting of Toastmasters, where I was going to get the Excellence in Parliamentary Procedures Award. But again, I was curious because I was in first-year student and I'm going to meet someone who was way older than me. Anticipating the experience, I envisioned it as to be akin of my father's formal function. I'll be just sitting in a corner, looking for people of my age group. Some Toastmaster will have brought their children so I can play with them, or just go to the food stall to have some food. But yet, when I entered the venue, I was enveloped in an entirely different sentiment. People out there exuded great amount of radiance and warmth while talking with me. I wasn't merely just a junior among the most seasoned Toastmasters and club members. I engaged in hearty conversations and laughter that I cherish to this day, highlighting one of the key aspects of Toastmaster. It is within these walls, we all are equal. The world that we devote to live in, the world of equal opportunities and right. As the award ceremony neared in, my anticipation and joy was magnified by Meenal ma'am revolution that, hello Abhishek. Hello ma'am, how are you? I'm good. You'll be amazed to know that our club is one of the 4 clubs that is going to get the excellence in parliamentary procedures out of all the 125 district clubs. That revelation was astonishing. I took a time to sense it. It was like an icing on the cake that already excited me, an icing on the cake to the event, to the evening. Then the pinnacle arrived. When my name was called on stage, the collective excitement and cheerful noises of my club members echoed through the hall. I went up, went to the stage confidently, shook hands of the fellow distinguished Toastmaster, placed one hand on the award, and gazed upon the assembly. And as I gazed upon the assembly, ladies and gentlemen, the award, the culmination was here. The curiosity, the perseverance, and I was finally getting that award. But it wasn't really special to me that time. The most special thing to me that time was something that I would like to share to you, something that I imagined on that very moment, was that I have never addressed to more than 20 people in a Toastmasters meeting. I have never reported to more than 25 people in a Toastmasters meeting. But at that day, my journey was being appreciated by more than 80 people in that room. And that award wasn't really the special thing. It was the memories, it was the cherished laughters that I had with the fellow Toastmasters that I cherish to this day. And for me, that was my ultimate award. The ultimate award for me was the relationship. So as I stand here before you as a Toastmaster, a title that I hold dear to me, a testament to my journey. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, that it is within these shared walls, it is within these shared experiences, it is within these shared conversations that we could create a world of equality. A world where everyone takes 2 hours of the time on Sunday to come here and listen to a college student like me, right? So with this, I'd like to hand over the stage back to the Toastmaster of the day for the rest of the proceedings.
Thank Abhishek for the fabulous speech. We can see the combination of proper voice modulation, hand gesture, and eye contact to everyone. So thanks for that. Yeah, please come in. So next we have Toastmaster Sanket. It would be his first speech after the icebreaker. So he is IT professional by profession, and his hobby is reading the motivational books. So I would like to call upon his evaluator Abhishek Pandey to come on the stage and introduce about himself. It's target speaker.
Yes, hello everyone. I hope I am audible to everyone on the visual meeting.
Yeah, Abhishek, you're audible and visible as well.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. So my target speaker is attempting project 2 from the level 1. The project is, for the purpose of this project is to learn and review the basic method of writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present it a well-organized speech on any topic. So that being said, I would like to hand over the stage to our Toastmaster Day and all the best for target speakers. Thank you.
Thanks Abhishek for introducing our target speaker. I would request Toastmaster Sanket to come on the stage. Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. President, fellow Toastmaster, and my dear guest. Today, I would like to talk about the belief, the power of belief. First, how are you guys? Yeah, you follow my last word. Thank you. But this response of these questions decide your belief of the day and make your day happy. So belief are various definitions of beliefs. But anyone can tell me what is the process of creating a belief? what is the, how the belief is created? Anyone can? Yep. Thank you. So, as per my thought, there are 3 steps involved that create any belief. The first, can I do it? The first come into the mind, that thought comes, and my mind comes one question, that can I do it? Some days the same question repeat and repeat, can I do it? Can I do it? After that, he agree, I can do it. That is the second step, I can do it. Once that confident that I can do it, last stage, he goes that stage, I am. Like, can I become a CEO of the company? Doubts are going in my mind. But I continue that questions, can I become? Then, yes, one day I decided, yes, I can become. And when mind start to believe on that things, I am CEO, that times your belief has created successfully and visualization has started. So I just want to share one experience here regarding the power of belief. I have created one vision board, and my wife already makes easy for me that the same vision board we have. So I just added one goal on that vision board, like regarding the health. And I just take some pictures, healthy bodybuilder and all these things, and I just put on that vision board and hang on my wall. Now, I wake up early in the morning and I see that first, obviously, in front of me, always. Someday, after some day, I realized that nothing happened. Okay, but after some day, I realized that, yes, I can. And when I realize after I can, I am. Yes, I am also same like this. I will become same like this. Yes, I am. I start to imagine that thing. And some opportunity comes in front of me. I start the walking. We start the walking, actually, my wife and me started the walking first day. And one lady come at us, stop the vehicle and give me a card. I just took that card, and start the walking and come back to the home. Next day, again I started, again stop the walk. Then I just remember one lady has given a card, and suddenly my wife take a card and call to her lady and ask about the obvious club. So we just go there for inquiry and join the club. And after joining the club, miracles happen, and result is here. In 45 days, I lose my 10 kg weight, and that is actually my vision board. Reduce the 10 kg weight in a 3 months, and my subconscious mind has done that thing in a 45 days. How it is happened? How that your belief become a reality? Anyone can tell me how it's happened? Correct. I will top up on this. When you set the belief, that time In word, there are three communications. One is we are talking with ourselves. Second is I talk with you, you talk with me. That is external communication. And third one is the frequency communications with subconscious mind and universe. And that happened. That's why your reality become a reality. How? When your subconscious mind pass some belief information to your subconscious mind, then subconscious mind frequently talk with universe, and universe create the opportunity in front of you, like that lady come. These things not happened before this. This lady living from the 3 years in that area, but I never seen. But when she comes, give me a card, I joined the club and see the success. That is the power of belief. Our result always create a strong belief. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Toastmaster Sanket. Your speech was quite positivity and give the power of subconscious mind, and you have utilized the entire stage with proper hand gesture and all. So thanks for that great performance. Thank you. Yeah. So our next speaker is Toastmaster Nilesh Bhalchim. He is manager by profession, and his hobbies is reading the books. And his evaluator is the Asutosh Pandey, Toastmaster Asutosh Pandey. So I would look to call Asutosh on the stage to introduce his target speaker.
Hello everyone, hi. So today I'm going to evaluate the speech of Nilesh. And Nilesh is one of the most profound and prominent speaker of our club. You must have seen him in other platforms as well. I want you all to collaborate with me because I'm going to become his primary evaluator, and I want every one of you to share your feedback, how you feel about his speech. So the aspects on which we are going to evaluate Nilesh is see, first of all, his project checklist is building a social media presence. So on that checklist, what all area on which we are going to evaluate him is the purpose of his project is to apply his understanding on social media to enhance and establish our social media presence. So this is the objective, what we are looking from him. And timing is 5 to 7 minutes. So let's see how it goes. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asutosh. So I would like to call upon Toastmaster Nilesh to please come on this stage.
Will you think that I'm out of my mind if I ask you, do you guys use social media? It can be Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitter, or Tinder maybe. Okay, we have one guy over here. Fine. Social media. What do you think? Is it a good or bad? Because nowadays, a lot of things we are reading here and there. Some people are saying that it's a wastage of time. But let's go with you guys, Toastmasters and guests. What do you think? Social media. Is it a good, time-saving, time-consuming, adding value in our life? Yes, Toastmaster Anish. More bad than good. Okay.
Depends on how you are doing that.
Depends on. Okay.
That's why
It's up to us basically.
Yeah. Because for me, it's been a good way I am communicating with my friends.
For you, it's good. Maybe Anish, you are looking at something else which is causing. Okay.
But if you are creating on it, then it is good. People are making some amount of money.
Okay. So business perspective. Okay. Okay. Good.
Here, one point I like to say, how if you are driving social media, then it's good. But if social media is driving you, then it's bad.
Very good point. Very good point. Yes, Toastmaster. Right. Right. Last year. Okay. We'll first go with you and then. Right. Need. Like even for Toastmasters, we are need, like we have a groups. Right. And last, yes, sir.
Initially, it looks like we think we are controlling it, but after some time we got addicted and that controls us.
Exactly. Totally agree. You all are right, basically. And as Toastmaster Raghvendra also said, that's upon our need. And the same thing happened with me few months back. As 1.5 years back, I started my Toastmaster journey. I started preparing for speeches. I've given a lot of speeches, including contests, humorous speech contests, international speech contests. And while delivering the contest, I realized that I got feedback from many people, valuable feedbacks, and I worked on it. However, I realized that if I'm already speaking, I'm creating content, why can't I put it somewhere? Or maybe we can create a video. I will observe myself. And I created my first video. I did not posted it anywhere, but I just saw it. When I saw it, I realized that I was speaking too fast. And I didn't get that kind of feedback before. Maybe my content was good, body language was somewhere good, but the way I was speaking, pace in my voice, language, I realized that, oh, that is something new. Accordingly, I started creating more videos. Every week, one video. But after creating the video, I thought that if I have already created the video, why can't I post it on social media? Then I created my own YouTube channel. I would like to show you the glimpse of it. Okay, so this is my channel. On this channel, I talk about life lessons, stories, inspiration, and even book reviews. So this is only because of Toastmasters journey. This is the product of that. Now we can stop it. All right. Now, what's the difference? Creating videos, posting on YouTube, what's the difference? If you look at my first video and last video, you will see the tremendous difference in the speech, in the video quality, in the body language, in the content. As I was asking you earlier, what is the use of social media? Social media is going to be a powerful weapon for you, for us basically, especially Toastmasters. I'm not saying that we all should create a channel, but yes, it can be an eye-opener for ourselves. And with the help of the social media, we can create a difference. And not only this, I've also created multiple channels in my office as well, which help my team members to grow. It's not only about YouTube, but it is also about a community, which we can form at anywhere. I've also observed that someone rightly said that we can misuse that. It can be, if we are consuming it, then it is not good. But AI comes in picture in social media as well. If we are like-minded people, if we want to consume it in right way, the same kind of content, we can get it. It is all upon us, upon our requirement, what are we gonna use or consume or utilize. I would also like to talk to you about one more thing which is going to blow your mind. There are a couple of people, although my channel I recently started a couple of months back, not much videos, but still there are a couple of people who contacted me out of India. I don't know how. Maybe they got my email ID as well, and they just messaged me through Gmail basically, and they were talking to me. Initially, I thought that it may be a spam, but no, it was not spam. They liked the content, and they were like, maybe we can still work together, and we can make it more interactive, more attractive, and maybe we can collaborate in other way. Obviously, my answer was no, because there's a long way to go. But the idea over here is social media is a weapon. Please try to use it, especially for us, as I have already told you guys, and also try to add value in your life. That was it from me today. Thank you so much, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nilesh. It is quite calm and composed speech. We didn't think that it is a speech. We thought it is a interaction between everyone. So thanks for that. So next is we have a Toastmaster Jay. He is a automobile engineer by profession. His hobbies is reading books and all. So his evaluator is a Toastmaster Swati. So yeah.
So my target speaker, Toastmaster Chair, would be delivering his speech in the pathway Pursues Influence, that is level 3, speech 1, and it is introduction to your leadership style. In this project, my target is to identify his or her own leadership style and to throw aspects on his or her own leadership styles and even other leadership styles. All the very best, Toastmaster Jay, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Swati. Next, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Jay on the stage. Warm welcome.
Presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and speakers. Topic: leadership skills, leadership styles, communication. So many things come together. But before I go deep in it, let me ask, how many of you think your boss is authoritative? Okay, you all great. So how many of you think your parents were also authoritative? Oh, wow. There's so many people who are still thinking their boss are authoritative. But let me ask a different question now. What your colleagues think about you? What your juniors think about you? Are you authoritative in front of their perspective? No. You are a good guy, huh? Only their bosses are always stupid, huh? My friend, let's try to understand why few people are so authoritative, why few people are democratic. And when we go deep in it, then we will understand. Let's first talk about the authoritative style. Like me, when I started, I was also thinking the same. Today, I'm having more than 20 to 30 people in my team. 20 are direct, 30 are indirect. So my boss always say, Jay, you have to connect with each and everyone every day. You have to take a stand-up meeting, 5 minutes meeting, discuss about their problems and issues. Just think, is it possible for me to give each member 20 minutes, 30 minutes every day? If I do, then who will do my work? So what I'm doing in this case, I just say, my friends, if you have any problem, come to me with solution, and I can give you maximum 3 minutes to 5 minutes. If you cannot demonstrate your problem within this, I'm sorry. I have other topic. For first 6 months, it was really very hard. The complaints in the HR senior management was like rocket high. But over the period, what they understood, yes, it's possible to demonstrate a complete problem within 3 minutes, including the solution. And that solved my problem also. Now, I was having 1 minute for problem, 1 minute for their solution, and then 1 minute for the agreement. That's it, not more than that. That makes myself productive. But the style from authoritative to delegative, I'm not giving them the what is the solution. They are providing me the solution. Now they are thinking I'm delegative leader. The transformation from authoritative to delegative was nowhere an easy task. Because that I also learned from my bosses. Few bosses, let's take one example. I asked my boss, I have to go to Germany and the ticket price is 80,000. And another option is 60,000. But the problem is the layover time is 8 hours. So if it's okay, can I go with the 80,000? Because it will save my time also. Yeah, fantastic. You can save 20,000 if you go with this 60. If I allow you, you will spend it 20,000 extra. Who will answer it? Sir, you are the boss, sir. You can do anything. Perfect. Then he told me a very, very nice one liner in this authoritative boss world or company corporate world. Just do one thing. Let's have a look on the policies and procedures for our company. Whatever they say, I'm agree with it. He has given me one answer which was applicable for thousands of problems. And then I found if the layover is more than 4 hours, then you can directly go. We both are same. I booked the higher price because of the company rules. So when we say you are the authoritative, when we say you are the democratic or transformational, the main which I think is the most important is the transformational leadership style. So let me talk about more the transformational side. The first thing to understand here is what the other members are thinking about you. Because if they are not aligned with you, they will not even listen. First, listen them. I have created a survey in which I asked what they think about me. And then I found the most important complaint, significant issues were the timings. They asked me in the morning 9 o'clock I want to talk, and I'm telling them in evening 4:30 call. Let's have a discussion. That was the biggest issue for them. I said, okay, let's do one thing. We will plan 12 o'clock one session. I will keep my meeting open. Whoever is having the problem, join me at that time. And then it made their life also easy. They were very much clear this is the time for them. And now they are also prepared with their all questions. That's the way we can solve our issue. We can save our productive time. My friends, but one thing I want to clear here, that is that happen if you are on this level. However, there is one more level here in which both are equal, but others are thinking he's senior. Like we can say in our family, our spouses, it doesn't matter husband or wife, they are always thinking, yes, I'm the senior one, and he or she has to listen to me. My friend, this style will never work there. You have to be like completely, what to say, delegative, one style, or the situation leadership style. Yesterday, what happened? She was asking, can we go to market now? And I said, why not? What do you want to buy? That I don't know. That is your topic. She's delegated the entire things to me. And when we back in our home, I spent more than 10,000 rupees without any plan because she has delegated to me. And then when I asked, hey, you said we want nothing. So that is your problem. So my friend, this is the situational leadership style if you are not on a higher side. However, in office corporate world, follow the transformational leadership style. Thank you and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deep. You always come with something extra, something new. Thanks for that. It was quite interactive, and you given the normal day-to-day life example, realistic example, so we can understand your content more better way. And then you have given the crisp of humor as well. So whatever the contest is going on, so thanks for that. So guys, we had a lot of learning and takeaway. So let's digest everything, whatever we have learned, and take a small break of 5 minutes. Thank you. Huh? Yeah, before that, I would like to call upon Timer for giving his report for the evaluation speeches.
Hi everyone. So after wonderful speeches, I want to let you know. So Nikhil Dupkar has taken 2 minutes 8 seconds. Toastmaster Vishal Jadhav, sorry, President Raghvendra has taken 3 minutes 19 seconds. Then Vishal Jadhav has taken 7.35 seconds. Shital Niwane has taken 5 minutes 57 seconds. Then Naval has taken 5 minutes 50 seconds. Abhishek Verma has taken 5 minutes 54 seconds. Sanket Hade has taken 6 minutes 55 seconds. And Nilesh has taken 5 minutes 33 seconds. And Jai Singh has taken 7 minutes 16 seconds. So all has been qualified. Okay. Thank you. Thanks all.
Thanks, timer of the day, Dinesh, to remind me about that thing. Thanks for that. So let's have a break of 5 minutes and we will start. Yeah, voting I'll take in the last every. Do you want to have now? Yeah. So we would have a voting for the whatever the speaker has told. So let's have a voting. So I request everyone to close your eyes and whoever want to go, so raise our hand. So I will take the name for everyone. So you have to raise the hand. So would you like to go with him? So first speaker was the Sheetal, Toastmaster Sheetal. So who would like to go with Sheetal? Okay. So next is a Toastmaster Naval. So who'd like to go with Toastmaster Naval? Please raise your hand. Yeah. Next is a Toastmaster Abhishek Verma. So who'd like to go with Abhishek? Please raise your hand. Yeah. So next is a Toastmaster Sanket Hade. So who'd like to go with Sanket? Please raise your hand. Okay. Next is a Toastmaster Nilesh Bhalchim. So who would like to go with Nilesh? Please raise your hand. Yeah. Next is a Toastmaster Jay. So who would like to go with Toastmaster Jay? Please raise your hand. Yeah. Okay, thank you guys. We are done with the voting. So we would have a break. So please enjoy the break and have connect with everyone. Thanks for that. 5 minutes. Yeah. Thanks, Guy. Please get settled down. We will start with the second part of the meeting. For the fear we have discussed, like we have to accept it, acknowledgement it, confront it, and give the positive talks towards ourselves. So next is, I would like to suggest find a mentor who would like to admire most. Please ask him to become your mentor so he can provide you inputs. So for that, like you should not be judgmental about the mentor, like his gender, his age, his profession, whatever is the takeaway, just take it. Like in the layman term, we have a guru. So mentor is kind of that thing. So one advice to all the new joiners that we have a lot of talented mentors over here. So grab them, have the one-to-one session with them, and take the takeaways from that and apply in your day-to-day life. You will improve your professional skills and as a speaking skills as well. I also get the connect with my mentor. He has given me a lot of tips and tricks. So I'm applying that thing. That's why I'm here performing well. So that is the one aspect for the conquering the fear, that we have to find the mentor, take the feedback, continuous feedback from him and apply that thing. So next is we conquer our fear. Yeah, please come in. We try to put ourselves in uncomfortable situation. Uncomfortable situation means the situation where we feel more scary, we feel fearful. So we try to put ourselves in that situation. Sometimes we feel less confident, we will afraid that thing, we will find a lot of failure over there. So try to learn from that thing, try to go with that situation again and again. Gradually we will start boosting our confidence over there. Gradually we will start increasing that we feel comfortable, confident about that thing. So by that way, we have to feel comfortable in that uncomfortable situation. So try to put yourself into that situation. Thanks. So after that, we learn like how to conquer the fear, but sustainability is also important. Like someday we perform best, but the next day we feel down and we don't sustain that thing. So to continue that sustainability, the next point is to try to have a habit of braveness. Like whatever we learn, try to embrace that thing in ourselves. We have to continue do that thing. For example, here, suppose we got at the initially we start and we feel scared like speaking, but after that we get the confidence with the first or second speech. So we have to pick on the collecting the roles so that it will help us to be on that pace. Our moral won't get down. So that is the one aspect, to keep a brave habit to do that thing again and again. Otherwise, if we lose that control, the fear will also increasing its power. It also get strengthened. So we have to manage both the things. We have to manage ourselves and the fear as well. So try to take the more roles, try to be in connect with that thing so we can manage it accordingly. The next is a mindfulness. Mindfulness is like we take the habits, we try to sustain ourselves, but our mind should be in that pace. We should be mindful about that thing, because sometimes our moral get down with some situation, we get some bad situation, our entire body get down, our moral get down emotionally. So we have to think on the emotional perspective as well. So remedies for that is doing yoga, after that meditation, breathing practice. So it releases your worries and the anxiety on the day-to-day life. So once we get habit, our body also get acquainted to that and we can sustain that thing. So those two are the sustainability practice for fear. So with this, we would proceed with the next part of our meeting, that is evaluation report. So for that, I will call upon Toastmaster Devai to please come on the screen so that she can give the feedback for the speech of Toastmaster Sheetal. Yeah, Devai, you are visible and yeah, you're audible as well. Yeah, please start.
Yeah, I hope I am audible and visible clearly.
Yeah, Toastmaster Devai, you are visible and audible as well.
Yeah. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. First of all, I would like to congratulate Sheetal as she has completed her first milestone in Toastmasters journey. So on that, she introduced uniquely to the club members, like how she discussed the two incidents in her life, so that the audience and we all can relate with that incident. So congratulate on that part. The next one, I like the sense of humor of her, like how she met with her husband at first meeting and she engaged audience with asking the questions to that how would you have faced that situation. So she had engaged the audience throughout her speech. The next part is how she led the computer literacy program in her college life. And but after that, I felt like she wanted to convey the more content, but because of the time constraint, she wouldn't possible to convey her dream. And it was the suspense that she could uh, continue with that dream in the next speech. So the positive things about her is like her speech pace, the voice clarity, and the use of stage was very good. Hand gestures are properly, and she is confident, feeling confident while delivering her speech. So the one recommendation I would like to give her on to achieve the next level in the speech contest is like be more concise about the timing. As she completed her speech in 6 minutes, as icebreaker have to complete in 4 to 6 minutes, and she wanted to share her dream with us, but because of time constraint, she wouldn't possible to share it with us. So, congratulate that you have completed your first speech, and all the best for your future endeavors. So, to challenge yourself, I would like to be concise on your content and do it in within timeline so that you can convey whatever you have prepared with. So we all experienced that how she had done and how she had prepared with her speech, that Rome is not built in a day. So congratulations and all the best for your future speeches. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Devi. Definitely, Rome is not built in a day. We can see the everyone's performance and the Sheetal's performance as well. And thanks for typical and detailed insight about the Sheetal speech. So, a lot of takeaway for the person who want to give the icebreaker for that. So, thanks for that. So, next, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Chandrasekhar Mankar to give the feedback to the speech of the Toastmaster Naval.
Yeah, can you all confirm if I'm audible and
Yeah,
visible?
yeah, you're visible and audible as well. Please start.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. So the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And in Toastmaster, that journey starts with your icebreaker speech. So I would first like to congratulate Toastmaster Naval on giving his icebreaker speech and telling us few wonderful stories about him and trying to make new friends. So a great speech by Toastmaster Naval. Now, whenever we talk about a speech, there are three aspects of a general speech, which is the opening, the body, and the conclusion. And in icebreaker speech, what is suggested is that you talk about your life, what have you done, and how you came to know about Toastmaster. And in Toastmaster Naval speech, all three aspects were present. So we got to know that Toastmaster Naval is someone who was born in Ahmedabad back in 1997 on 13th of November. And then he talked about like he was actually raised by his grandparents. Later, he talked about how easy was it to make friends during school days. I also remember my school days. To make new friends, you just had to do one thing: lend someone your pen or pencil, and boom, they become your friends for life. So he talked about how he made friends when he was in school days. Later, he talked about he went to a different school. I think maybe after 13 years, he was in a different school. And then the challenge was to make new more friends. And at this time, it was a bit difficult than the previous situation when he was a young kid. Later, he went to the 10th standard, and we all know that how 10th standard is really a motivating point of your life. You have to do this and do that. And he brilliantly put a small joke over there that now the use of the 10th standard mark sheet is just nothing to clarify what is your date of birth and nothing else. So, good use of humor over there also. Later, he talked about he went into +2, or we call it 11 and 12. And there it became more challenging to make new friends as everybody was studious. All the other friends that he had in his life were going to different directions, some into commerce, some into humanities, and some into science. And he being into science, he had to make new friends. And he realized that the challenge to make new friends and continue with them was a bit higher at this point of life also. So in each and every story of his life that he was talking about, he was more eager to know about how to make friends and how you can keep them. So after each and every part of it, when he came into his graduation, he realized that there's one thing missing in his life, that is the social connection that he wants to make. And that was the reason he tried to join the Toastmaster. So as this is an icebreaker speech, I would like to tell what were really good things in his speech. First thing was really the good opening where he greeted each and everyone. Second thing, the stories that he wanted to talk about. So there were 3-4 stories that he talked about and how to make friends and how to keep them. And towards the end, he talked about why he joined Toastmaster. So he joined Toastmaster to make new friends, meet new people, and overcome the challenge of public speaking. So I think this was a really great speech. I don't want to give any recommendation on that part, and I would like to hear more speeches from you. With that, I would like to give control back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. It was a quite detailed feedback you have given for each step, so it will helpful for everyone. Thanks for that. So next we have a Toastmaster Anish. Please provide the feedback for the Toastmaster Abhishek Verma's speech. Please come on the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. If you have courage to begin, you have courage to succeed. This quote and Toastmaster Abhishek's today's speech go well hand in hand. The speech title was Courage, Perseverance, and Award. And the quote, as it says, you have courage to begin. So he mentioned about how he began his journey at Toastmasters, then how he perceived, and then how he finally got awarded. This quote and this speech go very well hand in hand, and I congratulate Toastmaster Abhishek for stitching it very well. Now coming to the speech. The speech, it started with a conversation. It started with him and his dad having conversation. The body language, this was the best method to use body language, and which we could see Toastmaster Abhishek used body language very well. While this can be very good to have and introduce that element of body language, but prolonging this could make it more monotonous, but that did not happen. So kudos to that. You controlled that conversation very well, and then you jumped right into how your journey with Toastmasters began. While doing that, you also used a lot of vocal variety. Some instances where you had to take a pause and you were explaining. Now, I'm not able to recollect exact those instances, which will come in the recommendation part later. But you did use vocal variety, wherein you had high pitch and low pitch of your voices, and I could see use of vocal variety. Then you also used stage quite well. You were walking all over the stage, but it was not at all distracting. You did the use of stage part very well. So kudos on that as well. Now coming on to recommendation part. While you started your speech, first couple of minutes, I'm not sure if this is only with me or everyone else also noticed it. I was sitting at back. That was on purpose. I wanted to see how powerful your voice is and can you reach there. Initial couple of minutes, I felt the voice was not powerful enough. So you can maybe concentrate on your breathing to, get that powerful voice. So that will be one recommendation. And that in a way got little monotony for the initial couple of minutes. But later on you picked it up well and you used vocal variety and all the other aspects. There were also some aspects where you needed to slow down a bit. I have seen your first speech and I have seen this speech. You have worked on that quite well, but I would recommend to pace yourself little better. You can slow down a little bit more. And to finally end, you can use a quote to summarize entire speech and add some instances of hook phrase or catchphrases. Now, I was not able to exactly call back what voice modulations were used. That is maybe because there was no hook phrase or catchphrase. So these were some of the recommendations I would like to give. Overall, I would say the purpose of the speech was using vocal variety and body language, which was achieved. And you also used the stage quite well. So it was a good speech and kudos to you. All the best for your next speech. Thank you.
Thanks, Anish, for the detailed report about his evolution. Thanks for that. So next we heard Toastmaster Sanket. So his speech evaluator was the Toastmaster Abhishek Negi. So Abhishek, please come on the screen and provide the feedback to Sanket. You are not audible, Sanket. Sorry.
Yes.
Abhishek. Yeah, you're audible
now.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. So one thing that I like when I think about what makes the speech great is having the understanding the fundamental. What a public speaking is all about. Public speaking is all about communication. And how does the communication work? Well, when it has a direction, when it has a purpose. Now, in this particular speech, Toastmaster Sanket's objective was to understand what is the purpose of his speech and write a speech with a particular purpose. And he made it very clear. His topic was to inform the audience about the power of purpose, and I felt like he already achieved his objective. I think all of us can agree that we understood what is the power of belief in ourselves. Also, he gave so many examples to make us relate to it. So I would say the objective of this speech is completed. Now, there are several things that I liked about his speech. One is that at the beginning, he asked so many questions to the audience. He asked about how are you? That is just the beginning itself, so that you will get just one and yes or no answer. After that, he asked some more questions where the audience member have to think even more, so that the audience can come up with more answers and their mind will be engaged. This is something very useful in a public speaking. Also, he was keep on repeating the power of belief, belief continuously with various examples. This is a very nice way to ingrain an idea into the mind of the audience. So well done on that also. Another thing that I liked about his speech was his stage presence and also his storytelling. The story that he told about himself was, first of all, he told about challenge that from the decision board, he was not able to get the result, then what changes that he made, and after the story, the problem, then solution, then he ended with the open-ended question. The open-ended question again made the audience think about what is the solution, why it is working or not working. Then he gave the answer. So storytelling, it was amazing. Now let us come up to what are the recommendations, what are the things he could have improved in his speech. First, I noticed that Toastmaster Sanket, you are moving on the stage too much, or you are talking too much back and forth. Now it makes the audience think that you are not comfortable on the stage, and when you are comfortable on the stage, your power or your message increases even more. So what I would recommend you to first of all consider yourself standing or in the power position or in one place, your feet are free in that particular place, and then you can purposely move around the stage so that it will be more powerful and you can give more value to it. Second is eye contact. When you are standing on the stage, eye contact with individual group and the audience, then move a bit again make eye contact with different group of the audience. Third thing is that I noticed at one point you mentioned about vision board. Now, when we are giving some information which is not generic or general to everyone, it might create confusion. So when you use the word vision board, you could have explained a bit what a vision board is, or you could have just put a one sentence. So overall, you have completed the objective of your speech. Your speech was very nice. You have ingrained the storytelling. Your body language is also good. If you include some of these recommendations, then you can reach to the next level. With that being said, I will hand the stage to Toastmaster Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek. You covered the entire thing about the speech, and each part you have given the feedback for each thing. Thanks for that thing. So after Sanket, we heard the speech from Toastmaster Nilesh. So I would like to call upon the Toastmaster Ashutosh Pandey for give the feedback to Nilesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm back again with my evaluation to Toastmaster Nilesh. And before I started my introduction about Nilesh's objective of the speech, I want every one of you to give your feedback as well to Nilesh. So you must have noticed down your points, right? Okay. So how many of you have watched Gadar 2 movie? Nobody? Only one of you. Oh my God. You are raising your hand after some space of time. Okay, sure. So the reason why we like any movie, or for that matter, I like Gadar 2 specifically, because it has all the emotions. The figure of speech is something what we have heard. There are 8 or 9 types of figure of speech. When it is having love, hate, fear, courage, enthusiasm, or whatnot. So any movie, any speech, or anything become good, better, or great if it has all the elements of life, all the emotions of life. And this was what I feel that available in Nilesh's speech as well. It has an information. The moment he asked question that how many of you feel that social media is good, bad, or do you use social media or not, a bit of humor was also there, because when we are talking in the context of social media as a good or bad tool, he introduced the word Tinder as well. So perhaps it is not an educational purpose platform, what I feel. So, and the takeaway from his speech was also there, that what we can harness from the tool available in the world, that is social media, what advantages we can take from over there, and how we can take ourselves to the next level in terms of making ourselves present across everywhere and making ourselves available to everybody so that they can reach out to us and make a better connection as well. The conclusion of his entire speech was also fairly good in terms of whether he is able to achieve the object of his speech or not. He has showed his YouTube channel link as well, and I'm hoping that at least he is going to get one more subscriber from this platform after this meeting. Right. However, in 1770, there was a philosopher said Voltaire, and he said, "Better is the enemy of good." So when we like something, we go beyond a point when it has become too much excessive. When the English starts his evaluation, his speech, he asked the question that have you used social media, or do you know whether you feel good or bad? He was asking question from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I counted 8 people have responded to that. When you have been given a time of 7 minutes, so you have to take most of it so that you can deliver maximum content what's available with you. And people sitting over here are investing their time to listening from you, what you have offered to them. So I think every minute should be used in a mindful way. So when you keep on asking question, maybe you are lessing your time in terms of delivering your speeches or in terms of your deliverables, what you are going to share to the audience. So I think asking question is good in terms of having audience engagement, but it should not be beyond a point when you are lessing your time. So perhaps you should limit asking question to the team. This is one feedback. And in terms of overall speech, I find it was a good attempt. And if it could have been filled with more content and deliverables oriented, it would have been a great speech. Thank you.
Thanks, Toastmaster Ashutosh, for provide the detailed feedback about that thing. Yeah. So after Nilesh, we heard the speech from Toastmaster Jay. So let me call upon this as Toastmaster Swati to provide the feedback to Jay.
Am I audible? Yes. So, as they say, and as a grammarian even told, this is somewhat I'm doing to satisfy a grammarian as well. Rome can't be built in a day. In the similar way, leaders can't be made in a single day, or leaders can't be made perfect in a single day. Why do I say this? There is a concept of being a born leader, but even a born leader need to get nourished, need to be kept in various circumstances to upskill himself. So that was all about my target speaker Toastmasters Jay's speech today. And as per the objective, he needs to identify his own leadership style. And I hope everyone can relate because he has given so many personal examples, both at home and even at office places, like how he changed or gained few of the methodologies to gain the trust of his team or to gain the strength of his team. Because without a team, there is no team leader, right? You all agree with me. So that's what Toastmaster Jay has demonstrated today, and he has given a really beautiful example of what he learned from his manager, who was like his mentor, and what he delivered it. Because a leader always delivers what he learns. This is the second point which he has come up through his speech. What are the things which I liked absolutely about Jay's speech today? Let us go through that. The first thing is his interaction with the audience. He didn't go ahead with his speech immediately. He asked few questions, got the feedback from each and every one of you, and then he gave his own perspective. Understanding your audience is really important. So kudos, Jay. There again, 10 on 10. And the second thing is the most important thing is giving your personalized examples. And I think he just didn't give one example. He gave his interaction with his manager, his interaction with his subordinates, and his interaction with his wife at home while doing a task. So again, kudos to that because personal examples can relate to each and every one of us. Obvious, very obvious. Because without personal examples, we can't relate like what the speaker is speaking about. So again, kudos over there. And the third thing is his calmness. Jay is always calm and composed when he's giving his speech. So that is something which you get after a lot of practice and after a lot of times coming up and giving the speech on the stage. So kudos on that. But by saying this, because Jay is a prolific speaker and even a seasoned speaker, so there are few things which could have excelled it. That is first thing. As we all know, and even Jay can agree with me, like he's very good at creating the interactions or very good at creating the combat between two people. So when he had a story, a little bit of interaction or creating that conversation between two people, that would have brought really colorful, that would have brought a lot of colors to his speech. And secondly, is the structure of the speech. I think he started off the speech really well, but ending, as expected from Jay, we expected terrific ending. So that was somewhere or somewhat missing because of the time. That could have been very well calculated. So these are the only two things. Apart from that, wonderful speech, Jay, and we had a lot of learnings from your speech. Over to you, Toastmasters again.
Thank you for that. So I would like to call upon the timer of the day, Toastmaster Dinesh Nikum, to come on the stage and provide your reports.
Hello everyone. Evaluator Devai has taken 2 minute 30 seconds. Okay. Chandrasekhar has taken 2 minute 56 seconds. Anish has taken 3 minute 12 seconds. Abhishek Negi has taken 3 minute 29 seconds and 94 milliseconds. So he got qualified with few seconds left. And Ashutosh Pandey has taken 3 minutes 16 seconds. Swati has taken 3 minutes 39 seconds. Okay. So this is from my end. Thank you.
Hopefully everyone qualified for voting, right? Yeah. So it's time for voting for the evaluator. So I request everyone, please close your eyes, and whoever they want to go, please raise your hand. So first we heard the feedback from Toastmaster Devai. So who would like to go with Devai? Please raise your hand. Okay. Next we heard the feedback from Toastmaster Chandrasekhar Mankar. So who would like to go with Chandrasekhar? Please raise your hand. Next we heard the feedback from Toastmaster Anish. So who would like to go with Anish? Please raise your hand. Yeah. Next, we heard the feedback for Toastmaster Abhishek Negi. So who would like to go with Abhishek? Please raise your hand. Yeah. Next, we heard feedback from Toastmaster Ashutosh Pandey. So who would like to go with Ashutosh? Please raise your hand. Yeah. Next, we heard the feedback from Toastmaster Swati. So who would like to go with Swati? Please raise your hand. Yeah. Yeah. Just a moment. Any online feedback? Yeah. So let's have the report from our counter. So I request our counter Toastmaster Deep to please come on the stage and provide his report.
Hope I'm audible there. So as we started, how that boyfriend could have achieved his outcome in terms of positive outcome to his girlfriend, and to achieve that, the pause and the long hour he has taken, that was the thing for which I today observed in each person who was on stage. There is a long list, friends. Let me start with the flawless speaker who has not at all taken any pause or even filler sound, filler word, right? These are three names with me: Toastmaster Raghvendra. Let's have a round of applause. We have Toastmaster Nikhil, Sergeant at Arms. And third is our speaker, Toastmaster Abhishek Verma. So kudos to all these three performers on the stage who were flawless. So now let me read quickly through all those who were missed in the list of my flawless speakers or performers. Who are they? Starting with the TMOD, Toastmaster Vishal. He is the one who has taken a maximum number of so in his speech. So I will just count it as a 5+. So 5+, so that's an indication to him, lot of so's were there. But good thing that there was no any filler sound, that is to be appreciated. Timer has taken 2 so and 2 and yeah, so little bit filler sound I could feel during the performance of our timer. Then Toastmaster Amaya, just 1 so, Toastmaster Sheetal, 2 so, Toastmaster Naval, 1 and again 5 plus so in his speech. 3 but 2 are, and again lot of arm. Then comes Toastmaster Abhishek Verma, 1 but Toastmaster Sanket, 2 so, Toastmaster Nilesh, 1 so, and other Toastmaster Jay, Toastmaster Swati, 1 so in each. Then Toastmaster Devi, 3 so and 1 Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, 1 so, Toastmaster Anish, 1 and 2 R's and 1 Toastmaster Ashutosh, 2 souls, and Toastmaster, yeah, so that's it. Now, there are one quick tip, how we can avoid all these filler sounds and filler words. Very simple trick, you must be knowing it already. Speech or whatever right now I'm talking, actually first I'm thinking. Any speech starts with the thinking, and then speech is nothing but the expression of my thinking. What I'm thinking inside, I'm just expressing through my mouth outside. So first and foremost important tip is that being mindful. Having a clear thinking that will ultimately leads to clear speech without any filler, any sound or any word. With that tip, thank you very much to listening to my report. Over to Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deep, for the detailed feedback about the report. Thanks for that. So next, I would like to call upon Grammarian of the Day, Toastmaster Amaya, to provide his report.
Let's start with the poor usage of grammar. Someone used I come to know, which should be I came to know. Phrase of the day was spoken by Toastmaster Sheetal, Toastmaster Devai, Toastmaster Swati, and a Toastmaster of the day, Vishal. Some of the thought-worthy words were mesmerized, perseverance, meticulous, radiance, icing on the cake, which means something extra that makes things even better, monotony, visualization, miracle, propel, which means derive or push something forward, prominent, collaborate, eye-opener, delegative, authoritative, and last in the list, skyrocket, which means increase rapidly to a higher level. One advice from my side, I noticed that many of the speakers today were using the words good and bad a lot, and these important words lose their impact when used repetitively. So to present the same sentiment, we can use their synonyms instead. Some synonyms for good are worthy, great, marvelous, excellent, valuable, wonderful, superb, favorable, awesome. And some synonyms for bad could be inferior, unpleasant, disagreeable, disastrous, awful, poor, and lousy. That's from my side.
Thanks, Toastmaster Amaya, for the detailed report and the crisp on that thing. So thanks for that. So next, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Raghvendra to provide a general evaluator report.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, good afternoon. So how was today's meeting? I thoroughly enjoyed today's meeting. The speeches, the evaluation, the variety we had today within the speeches, icebreaker and various objectives and different. So I thoroughly enjoyed today's meeting. So let's begin with the role players evaluation, and then we'll have present report for in general meeting. So first, Sergeant at Arms of today's meeting, Toastmaster Nikhil. He started meeting on time. He explained the rules and the state club's objective. So excellent job on Toastmaster at Sergeant at Arms job by Toastmaster Nikhil. So well appreciated your Toastmaster Nikhil. Next our counter Toastmaster Deep. So he did a very meticulous job in presenting his report. So all the tag team like timer, accounter, and grammarian, they stated their rules and responsibilities of the roles, so everyone knows about it. So great job on that. And the reports like Toastmaster Deep's report, he also stated flawless speakers and the improvement areas and share the tips. So excellent job. So just one recommendation, which at the club itself, that to have a better way to present a script or change accountant's report. So we have a flawless speaker, then we can have almost flawless and improvement needed, so that it will have a better structuring, and the people, the members will get to know who had to do much more efforts to be taken to have become a flawless. So this is a in general tip for everyone and as a club. Next, grammarian Toastmaster Amia. So she had a very good word of the day and phrase of the day. So we have multiple users observe of it. She's also told her roles and responsibility very well. And the report she presented also was crisp, have a way of added values to the club. So couple of recommendations for grammarian is that first, when you present your report is kind of a speech. So have a like better structuring, opening, appreciate who have users, word of the day, phrase of the day. Also, when you are presenting good users, try to give meaning of it. So member will get to know and try to add it in their vocabulary and dictionary, so that future they can use it in the speech, in their future speeches. That's all for grammarian feedback. Next, timer Dinesh. So you did excellent job. You shown cards to all the role players, not only the speakers and evaluators. So that's a very good job. That's why we are very good on the time in today's meeting. So excellent job, Toastmaster Dinesh. So no feedback on as a timer's role. So evaluators. So today we have a 6 evaluations. So first, all the evaluators stated the speech objectives, the what was speech pathway and which type project was about and objective about. So couple of recommendation for one for Toastmaster Ashutosh. So Ashutosh, that speech objective, it was a project objective was establish social media presence or enhance social media presence. So your evaluation should contain that aspect also, not only speech. So how we establish his social media experience of establishing social media presence, creating YouTube channel, and challenges he faced should be added in the speech. So that's why it benefits to the club, and how we can get interaction with the club members, so he can also enhance his social media presence. So that could have been a part of the speech, in part of our object evaluation, as it's objective of his project. Other than that, like Toastmaster Devai's evaluation, I like really appreciate. I think she has very grown as a speaker. So today's her evaluation speech, I really liked it. So excellent job, Toastmaster Devai. You given a very detailed feedback to the Toastmaster Sheetal, and all the evaluation. I second all the evaluation. They given a very concise feedback to the speaker. So thanks all the evaluators for the today's meeting and giving your evaluation speeches. And that's all. Last but not the least, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vishal. You are performing role for first time, and you did second time. So I thought it's first time. So you did an excellent job. You were not using script. You added a value with the theme to the members. So nothing but just while preparation, you can also prepare if someone miss out on the speech objectives and speech details. There were 6 speeches, so it got difficult, but you can work on it. The couple of recommendation in general, the only one recommendation for the meeting that's I'm taking for myself, that is agenda could have been better, that details, but I require your support also. Those who are taking speech slots, please provide your details quite early, so that we have an agenda with all the details, speech title, correct speech objective and pathway, so that it benefits evaluator and we don't have such hiccups at last moment. So excellent job. Let's have a round of applause for all the role players in today's meeting. And let's have such excellent meeting in future also. Thank you, over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghvendra, for the detailed evaluation report for the meeting. So next part of the meeting is the voting for the role player. So I would like to call upon every name. Please close your eyes and raise your hand whoever they want to go. So we start with the Sarjata Aram, Nikhil Dhupkar. So who would like to go with Nikhil? Please raise your hand. Yeah. Next, whoever would like to go with the timer of the day? Dinesh Nimpum. Okay. So next we have our counter Toastmaster Deep. So who would like to go with Toastmaster Deep? Okay. Next we have Grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Amaya. So who would like to go with Amaya? Okay. After that, we have a Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vishal. So who would like to go with me? Yeah. So after that, we have the Toastmaster Raghvendra as a general evaluator. So who would like to go with Raghvendra? Yeah. Yeah. Thanks all for the voting. So we are proceeding to the last of the end of the meeting. So I would like to add up 2 points for the conquering the fear. The first one is the embrace the failure. So whenever we give the speech, we got a lot of demoralized or we get a lot of failure. So try to embrace all the failure, try to connect with the mentor, get the feedback about that thing, and don't be judgmental about the mentor that how can he give that kind of feedback to me. So we should be acceptive mindset, and we should embrace the failure. After that, like, don't aim for the perfection. Like, we can't achieve on the first thing. So don't aim for perfection. Whatever is going on, just try to give your 100%. By the time gradually we can succeed to that thing and we can conquer the fear. So hopefully everyone got the how to conquer the fear from my side. So next, I would like to hand over stage to President of the Day, Toastmaster Raghvendra, for the provide the closing notes.
Switch off. Switch off. No, it's still there, but I think it disconnected. And you can put camera here until for online people. Good afternoon, everyone, once again for the last closing remarks of today's meeting. So, couple of announcements. On 10th of September, we will be having our club contest for humorous speech and evaluation speech contest. So all are here are eligible for the contest. All the members are eligible. So whoever want to take the role, participate in the contest, start preparing. We have various humorous speakers in our club, which I have seen today and in past. So I do want that we don't miss on this chance, this opportunity. Try, because preparing for the contest is quite different than preparing for the. You contact with your mentor, work on the minute details of the speeches. So that's why it benefits you as a speaker also. So start preparing as of now, work on it and nominate for the contest. Second, roles for the contest are open. So there is a role of contest share, timer, tally counter. Zoom will get to know about the mode of contest in couple of days. What will be the mode of contest? It will be offline or online. Just give me 2 days. I will confirm that thing. But if anyone want to take those roles, kindly nominate yourself for the contest chair role or any role to me or Toastmaster Rohan. Other than that, if anyone has completed any level, please mark your level completion on Toastmaster site on your base camp, and we will approve that level completion. Try to complete your level as early as possible, and so that it will benefit you and club also. And next week we'll be having our same kind of a meeting, regular meeting with the speeches, table topics, and everything. There will be nothing, so that we have enjoy all the aspects of Toastmaster. Last, the moments of glory of couple of our members today's present meeting. We will share e-certificate with him after the meeting. So first, best auxiliary role player of the today's meeting is Toastmaster Deep. Best evaluator for today's meeting is Toastmaster Ashutosh. Best role player of today's meeting is our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vishal. And last but not least, the best speaker of today's meeting, Toastmaster Abhishek Verma. You were at that vocal variety and body language. Thank you. One final announcement. So annual renewals are open for the renewal for April to September 24. So anyone want to take your membership for that period can contact Toastmaster Sanika. So you book your calendar early and you work on your progress regarding speeches and become better speaker and leader. If anyone want to take the leadership role in next term for that, so you can already be committed by taking your membership. That's all. Now I officially adjourn today's meeting. Let's have a group photo. Online, can anyone online take a screenshot? Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, can I expect your, let's have your videos on. Chandrasekhar or Abhishek. And anyone can take your photo. Just let me know, let us know once you take the photo screenshot. Yeah. Anyone can take photo here also. एक यहाँ ले लो, एक स्क्रीनशॉट लेने के बाद एक फोटो ले लो. Say speech. Thank you. ये लास्ट वीक अपना माइलस्टोन का देखा थे, सबसे ज्यादा पिछले आपकी